Hey friends, this is a video lesson for Earth, Moon, and Sun, lesson 2.3. We are flying through here. So, excuse me, in chapter 1, we got to do a modeling tool. For this activity, we're going to see the modeling tool has changed, and so for our warm-up, our only real job is to click on the modeling tool and see if we see what has changed. For one thing, the modeling tool now has, I'll just help you out in case you don't remember, it has a view from Earth now. Okay, so you're going to model what the sun should look like here and the view from the Earth. That's going to happen later. But right now, go ahead and you can play around in there for a minute and then come back and answer these two questions and move on. Now, we're going to go to the modeling tool phase where you actually get to dive in. So here's what we're going to do. You have a list, you have a to-do list and some tips here. Show how your goal is to show how the moon is illuminated at different times. You tap the pencils to edit the moon's light from the top view and view from the Earth panels. Add and rotate the shapes, add and rotate the light shade in each view. So basically, here's where the moon is. Your job is to click on this little guy right here and show me, we know half the moon should be lit. So let's go ahead and put half of the moon over here, right? But then we need to rotate it. And we should probably rotate it so that it is facing the sun, all right? And then, so what that means now is we actually have to do the view from the Earth. So what would the moon look like if we were looking at it from Earth? One thing that can help you is turning on the guide. So if you can turn on the guide here, it kind of shows us, as long as we've colored in our moon right, what the moon should look like. So the moon should look full to us. Rotate, can't really rotate a full moon. We'll just leave it like that, right? So I've done the first one for you. Go ahead and complete these next two over here, okay? So the moon's up here now. So you're gonna have to click on your little pencil and put in the appropriate moon and rotate it, do the view from Earth, and do the same thing for the other one. Once you are done with that, here's what you're going to do. You're actually going to go back to Google Classroom and watch the video I have posted separately there. All right, so hopefully you had a chance to watch that short 2-minute video on why we see phases of the moon the way we do and the perspective that we can get from that fly around that we did in the video. All right, guys, let's move on to part 3. That is our sim. So here's what you're going to do. Your goal is to launch the Earth, Moon, and Sun simulator and record your observations by labeling each of the top view images below. And then the way you do that is you're going to drag one of these 3 buttons up over to here. To get that answer, again, you're just going to go to your sim here, and you're going to try to recreate those 3 pictures. So you've got the Earth here, and you've got the moon here. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like when we get there. Eventually. Ha! Fast forward. And so we're here. We have this one here. So what can we say? Is all of the moon, half of the moon, or none of the moon? And the question is visible from Earth. So we can't just put, well, Mr. Roberts, we learned in the first unit, half of the moon is always illuminated by the sun. Yes, but this question is being really particular, and it's asking you, what is visible from Earth? So what does it look like here from our point of view? And just a reminder, you can, let's see here, we can turn on the moon view, and we can, if we want to, go to the 3-view system. And that way, when we turn on these cameras, we can actually see what it's going to look like. So let's do that again. Let's push play, pause, And so this is what the view from the Earth would look like. So I think we know the answer there. All, right? And then I'll let you guys do the other ones. And then we're going to move on to our modeling tool, which is the last thing we're going to do. And that is part 4. So go ahead and pause the video, complete that, and then catch me over here. So we are back in our modeling tool. Your goal, show how the moon is illuminated at different times. We're going to go through that where we tap the pencils and put our model. We want our final model to look perfect. Now, you might be a little confused because you might be, well, Mr. Roberts, I think my model's perfect from working on it earlier. Well, cool. If it's perfect, take that screenshot and turn it in. If you need to make some changes, go ahead and make those changes and then turn that screenshot in instead. And friends, you are officially done. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to be nice at all times.